Okay, how you doing, Chell? So listen, pentatonics, right? Well, we know that it has 5 notes, yeah? So check it out. And I do have something to send you. I didn't send it to you, I don't think. The written out patterns and the thing I was telling you about with the skip and the step thing. So let's just go over first, just to get down the different shapes of the pentatonic, right? So you could take it from, let's say, the C up on the E string, right? And C minor pentatonic a minor pentatonic is going to be a 1, then a flat 3, minor third, 4, 5, flat 7 to 1. That's all pentatonics, actually. That's what you're going to get into. So anyways, so check it. Minor. Then we talked about starting the major pentatonic, the E flat major pentatonic, on the flat 3 of this particular scale. So just like we've done, the different modes and things where you start on C major, you go to Dorian, blah, 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 blah. This is kind of the same thing. It's only 5 notes you're dealing with. So if you start with your little finger on the E flat and play the same notes that you just played, except not starting the C, you have the major pentatonic, E flat major pentatonic. So now I kind of played that so it sounded like E flat was the tonal center, right? It's the key center. So, even though it's the same scale, it's just starting in a different place, right? You actually have 2 tonalities that can reign there. So it's like, if it's C minor, right? That's what it sounds like the 1 is. But when you started on the major, so, C minor, E flat major, box shape. Box shape is your friend. Makes a lot of things easier. If you actually get really into knowing where the box shape exists and everything you're playing, there's a lot of fun in there. I'll explain later, but it's great. So the box shape, right? And the reason we call it a box shape is because it's kind of like, it's box, right? It's right, like, it's like, what else can you, that's got to be the simplest thing that you can play, right? Anybody can play. I grab a bass, blah, 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 right? But those in the know with the, that's part of that, right? So the box shape is simply starting on the 4th degree of the minor pentatonic, and this case it's going to be F, so it's going to be sounds like a like a folk song, doesn't it? Right. C was the one there, but anyways, go down to your low F. Right. Lots of fun stuff because you like. There's a lot of things that you can do with that. So the box shape is on the F, the 4th degree. Right. Now, to the 5th degree. So the 5th degree of C is 5, if the 5 is the G. So now when we start on the G, you're actually playing 5 flat 7, then 1 flat 3, 4, 5. So it's like if you can keep the C minor also, sort of hanging around there, and you realize what's going on. What if you start somewhere? Sorry, if you start somewhere, you can make that happen as well. So, anyways, so check it out. So I'm playing G, B flat, C, E flat, F, G. The difference is between that and the minor pentatonic is actually it's very close. It has like a sharp 5. 1 flat 3, 4 flat 5 or flat 13. So ba boo da boo da ba ya ba da ba da ba boo da ba da ba ya ba da ba da. Right? There's another way to play it too. Check it out. It's kind of like using the box shape. So I'll explain this. I'm not going to deep detail because we don't need to do it yet. But the box shape on this particular C minor pentatonic sits here on the F. Kind of thing, right? I mean, how many tunes are like that, right? Pentatonics, lots of pentatonics. So check it out. If we keep the box shape in mind, but we don't start on the box, we actually start on the G's. So it's going to be like this. Where you're, but that's still the box shape, but you're just not playing the F. It's like. So that's the one on the 5. It's very bluesy. Kind of thing, right? Good. So the last one is on the flat 7. The flat 7. So B flat is the flat 7 of C. So here's another place that you can kind of use your box shape if you wanted to. You grab the B flat, which is the flat 7, and you kind of go ba boo da ba ba da da do, like the box shape. Matter of fact, I call it the super box shape because it's like da ba ba da da ya da ba ba da ba ba da ba ba da. Again, we're kind of using the. You'll get it when I'm talking about when you get the box shape is like kind of always there, right? So you got very boxy. And then you jump up there. That's 2 octaves. Now on a 5 string, I'm just going to play that here. Kind of thing, right? But you got it. So let me run over the shapes one at a time. All right. C minor. Come up and play it up here. Play it down here. Right? Major. E flat major starts on the little finger, starts on the flat 3. You'd also play like this: 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1. You know, not just a scale. You know, it's actually a line that's been used in a lot of different genres and things. So you got C minor. You got E flat major, box shape on the F, 1 3 1 3 1 3. Then the one on the 5. And then we got the one starting on the B flat. Now, I'm not gonna lie, you know, people like always kind of ask, students ask, well, how you guys do that? You know, what kind of patterns you have? It's really not patterns. After a while, it's just really knowing the neck of the bass. You know, just knowing the bass, that you know the notes. You know how it's all sort of organized, and if you hear something. That kind of thing, you know how to play it, hearing it first, because most of the stuff, you know, when people are soloing and you know the cats are making their stuff happen, you know, they're hearing it first. You know, you're hearing, but it's like it's already there. You're just kind of putting it to the navigating it around on your bass itself, right? So that's a good thing to practice as far as those go. Listen, I'm just going to talk about this briefly because I don't think you need it right now. We could do it in person as well. But listen, what's happening with the skips and the steps that I was talking about before, the Bergonzi stuff. You're going to hear me say that a lot, the Bergonzi stuff. I'll send you a little later tonight when I get it together. I'll send you a copy. I'll text you the what is it? The music actually that's written, and it is written in treble clef. And I'm going to text you the little section that shows how the formulas are built. You know, you're probably going to be able to nail all of those. But anyways, here's where we started a little bit, I think. And listen, man, this is not beginning stuff, but, you know, you're doing fine. So, okay. So we both know that C to E flat is not a step, right? It's a step and a half, right? Okay. You know, to F is a 4, you know, that's a step actually. That's a step actually. But That's not a step. That's a step and a half. So you got this step and a half, step, step, step and a half, step. But for our purposes of getting these patterns down, what we're going to do is we're going to call everything a step. So that means C to E flat to F to G to B flat to C. They're all steps in this particular scale. Right? So we're going to do a little bit of like a different dialogue, a dialect kind of thing, right? So a skip is when you skip over a note in the scale. So if I say the first pattern is up a skip, then that means that you skipped over the E flat. And so you went up a skip, you went up a step, and then you went down a skip. The reason it's a skip is you skipped over this note in the scale, right? Okay. So here's one pattern. Up a skip, up a step, down a skip. That's the pattern. So then you start it from the next note up from where you ended on. So what's happening there is skip, step, skip, and then skip, then the step to the next one. Skip, step. So skip, step, skip. Then again, boo, ba, ba, ba. So use your ear too when you hear this stuff. Boo, ba, ba, doo, boo, ba, da, boo, ba, ya, boo, da, ba, boo, ba, 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 ba. Right? All of those are that same pattern. I will send you what it looks like. You figure it out. It's interesting stuff. Like that's one pattern. Another pattern that we might do, well, if we were actually to play that in the inverse, I don't know if that's the correct term exactly, but now we're going to go, instead of up a step, up a skip, up a step, down a skip, we're going to go down a skip, down a step, up a skip. So now instead of ba ba da, you've got ba ba do ba, ba da boo ba ba do ba, ba ba boo ba ba do ba, kind of thing. So you got ba ba do ba, ba da do ba, ba da do ba, ba ba do ba. You don't have those notes, but that's all right. Let me do it like I'm doing a 4-string. You could transpose it down or up an octave because you don't have those low notes. So you can go, it would be a low G, E flat. It would go ba ba boo ba. So you can go ba boo ba ba or ba boo ba boo ba ba. It depends on what you like. I like this one better. Right? So those are kind of the patterns that there's like there's 5 ones that are ascending, there's 5 ones that are descending. They all make sense. They're coming from one of the best saxophone players of all time, Jerry Bergonzi, best teacher of all time as well. He's taught some of the most great players in the world. He's fantastic. He's in Boston. I've seen him play many, many times. But he's kind of the guy that's doing this kind of thing. Which makes it different from the old school. That's kind of dated like that. Instead of it's going to be more like kind of stuff, all right? Good. That's probably what we went over. I think that that's what you wanted. I'm not sure if we did some other stuff, but I'll get this uploaded and I'll take a. I don't think I'm going to be able to, not in my place at night. I don't think I'm going to be able to take a good picture. So maybe I'll be able to get that stuff out to you in the morning. Like, well, my morning is like, it's not that early. Cool. You're good. All right. Talk to you soon.